Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Overnight Vegan. I am Clifton Lee, of course. And so we go to the movies a lot, and a lot of times I find that I want to buy nachos, but I can't eat them because I'm vegan and I don't approve of animal cruelty. So I thought today that we would have nachos, and I'm gonna do a little twist on it. It's gonna be one of my favorite recipes that I've done before. It's going to be my mac and cheese nachos. So stay tuned. Okay, so your ingredients is I have here, I love this black bean salsa from Kroger. It has black beans, corn, and tomatoes in it. Kind of saves you time with chopping tomatoes, but you can add extra tomatoes if you like. This bag of kale, and you have the Kroger version of the meatless crumbles, which is like ground beef, it's like a veggie ground round, but if you season it the right way, it tastes exactly like meat. Then you have this also from Kroger, the spicy guacamole, which I love. I usually get two, but I'll do one today. You have your Daiya Mac and cheddar mac and cheese, and then also the vegan sour cream, which I forgot to pull out of my refrigerator. Give me 1 minute. And that's made by Tofuti. Tofuti also makes cream cheese. They make vegan sour cream, vegan cheese, and they also make vegan cheese. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I put a little bit of oil in the pan. Not a lot, just enough to coat the pan. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our meatless crumble. Kind of looks just like ground beef, doesn't it? Uh, I am trying to get a good focus so it will. There it is. So now we're gonna season this. Okay, so I added a half teaspoon of cumin. I added a little bit of onion powder, about a tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of paprika, chili powder, and I like to add like the red chili flakes, just a little bit, not a lot, just to give it that kick so you can enhance, get those great flavors going. So you're gonna let this cook for 3 minutes and it's set. So now the next thing we have to do is we have to boil our water for our macaroni, our Daiya mac and cheese, and then just add about a teaspoon of oil and a little bit of salt so the noodles don't stick together. So you're gonna wait till this comes up to a boil, and then once it does, we'll add our noodles. Okay, excuse me because I'm doing this all by myself, so it's kind of hard to video sometimes. But I forgot to tell you, uh, chips, tortilla chips. I do these blue chips, corn tortilla chips, no salt added. They're organic, GMO, non-GMO verified, and they're vegan. And I love these. They're usually on sale at Kroger for like two for $5, and so it's the black bean salsa, but it's really super good. And for the mac and cheese, I like to jazz my day of mac and cheese up. The cheddar mac and cheese, I usually put mushrooms and kale in it, but today we'll just do the kale, and I add nutritional yeast for that extra cheesy flavor. And if you don't know about nutritional yeast is every vegan's go-to. It just really gives great flavor to foods, and it also gives that great cheesy flavor to certain foods. So I love to use this in my mac and cheese when I make some. I don't really have the utensils, the proper cookware to really make my own mac and cheese like by hand. So I just use Daiya. I love their white cheddar mac and cheese. It is so good and so yummy. I also put kale and mushrooms in that as well. So now you want to stir this macaroni occasionally, and you want to cook it for about 7 to 8 minutes. You don't want to do it any longer than that, because you want it to be just right. You don't want it to be too soggy or too mushy. Um, yeah, but you're gonna let this cook for 7 to 8 minutes, and then you add the cheese sauce packet, which looks like this. And then once you add this, you'll add your kale, and then you'll be ready to plate. Our veggie ground round is done. Excuse the pot of oil. My mom is not vegan, so of course she eats and cooks meat or whatever. Um, but yeah, our veggie ground round is done. We're just waiting on our mac and cheese, and then I'll be back to plate. So I usually get 2 boxes of this, but I just got one this time. And you're gonna stir this until it's mixed well. And I like to leave a little bit of water so it can have like that creaminess. And then after I stir this like this and it's all mixed well together, I add the nutritional yeast, a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, a little bit of paprika, and salt and pepper to kind of enhance the flavor a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna stir this up and mix it well together, and then I'm gonna add it to the plate. So I've added my kale to a plate. I did not know these were kale sprouts. I would highly not recommend the kale sprouts because it was very hard to get these off of here, and then I ended up with little crumbs and it just like little bits of leaves, should I say, not crumbs, but that's so not cool to me. So I added those to the plate. Then I add my blue chips. Then I add my mac and cheese on top of the kale and the chips. Then we'll add the veggie ground round on top of the mac and cheese. Now at this point you can add extra tomatoes if you like, but since there's already tomatoes in the black bean salsa, I didn't cut up any tomatoes today. Black bean salsa. And then you add your spicy guac and your sour cream. And I like to drizzle it with my favorite hot sauce, sriracha. Sriracha is a hot chili sauce. It is so good. It's used in a lot of Asian cuisine. And you just drizzle that. Bow! Yeah, I love this hot sauce. Everybody always talk about Frank's hot sauce, but when you taste this, you will be like, Frank who? No, but this is my recipe for the mac and cheese nachos, vegan mac and cheese nachos. And now the only thing left to do is to taste it. Okay, guys, so this has been another episode of the Overnight Vegan, and I will see you guys next time. You want to get everything: the macaroni, the meatless crumble, the sour cream, and the guac. That is so good. Dear God. Oh my God, that is so good. If you try the recipe, let me know. If you guys have any suggestions to camera equipment or anything that'll make these videos better, please feel free to comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.